Hello.
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm phoning Arthur from Daily Waters in Newcastle. So, hello, Arthur. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. It's late here. I've stayed up to talk
Oh,
to
it's
you.
very good. So, Arthur, not only is he my nephew, but when we were meant to be driving around last year, he was going to be the support driver. But as Arthur is an actor, the market opened up after COVID, and so therefore he had to drop out. So, how's it been for the last year then, Arthur? What have you been up to?
Yeah, good. Been very busy. Done a couple of films. I did Ridley Scott's new movie earlier in the year, and a couple of other bits. And then I'm filming a thing at the moment that I'm not allowed to talk to you about. I hate that. It's horrible, that, isn't it? I mean, I'm allowed to talk to you about it. I'm allowed to talk to you about it, just not to post it on then social media.
Well, the whole point of this conversation is to put it on social media, so I think we better keep stum on that one.
Yeah. And then I've also got a book coming out as well.
Oh, fantastic! We were talking about that about a year ago. So is that going to be in Australia? Is it?
This book's already out in Australia. Kids' books.
Yeah.
And so is this one. That one's about to come out in Australia, but this one's just about to come out in the UK in paperback in about 2 weeks.
Oh.
So that's good. Yeah. But yeah, good. What's going on over there?
So we've been on the drive now for about 3 weeks, and we started off in Newcastle, which is on the east coast. The weather was absolutely appalling. There were storm warnings most days, and it rained quite a lot. So we weren't able to actually get that much solar. So the two lads from the university were with us all the way up to a place called Gympie. And then they turned back and went to the university. And then Tilo, who's your replacement, went across to Queensland. And then we're now in the Northern Territory where there's loads of flies. So we're just in a place called Daily Waters, as I said before. And then we're just going to go into Catherine this afternoon, where we're going to meet two more lads from the university. So we've had some issues as well with the battery pack and the charging. So it hasn't been performing as well as we expected. But in terms of the drive, that's all been fine. I've been able to find electricity everywhere we've gone. So that's not really been an issue.
So even, I mean, it looks quite overcast there now. Even if it's overcast, you're still able to collect electricity, are you?
Well, the sun only came up about 5 minutes ago. I mean, that's one of the incredible things about Australia, as you may know, is that there is no dawn and dusk. It's just 1 minute it's light and the next minute it's dark, and vice versa. So by the end of this conversation, it'll probably be temperature will be rising and it'll be bright sunlight.
Yeah, great. So you're managing to get the car fully charged, do you?
Yeah, so we've been going to caravan parks where they've got 15 amp connectors, and so I'll be able to charge actually quite quickly, around about 22 kilometers an hour. So when we arrive, it's sort of like late afternoon, set up, plug the car in, and by the next morning it's usually full again.
Where and what's the reception been like with the people you've met? Have they been very interested in?
Oh, it's incredible. Is that I pulled over on the highway the other day to wait for Tilo to catch up with me, and a car stopped on the other side of the road, and two people ran across the road and said, "Hi, we seen you on the television the other day. Can you tell me about the solar?" So I was rolling these panels out on the side of the highway in the middle of middle of nowhere, and it's everywhere you go. Normally we go to schools. At the moment they're on holiday, so we've been just going to caravan parks, and the caravan park here is allowed to roll Australia, clearly because there's lots of space and there's lots of sunlight. Yeah. So everybody's been very, very encouraging, and because we've had this problem, that problem, the other problem. They're very, very encouraging and saying, it's a scientific experiment, and it's I'm sure you'll get it right one day.
That's amazing. So good.
So my question to you then, Arthur, is are you a little bit jealous that you're not here right now?
Ironic, like quite conveniently, you cracked up when you asked that question, but I know what you're asking. Yeah, no, of course I am. It looks like an amazing trip. I mean, what an amazing thing you're doing to do such a huge trip. It's a once in a lifetime thing, really, and I'm sadly, probably won't ever get the opportunity to do it again. So it really was a once in a lifetime thing, but work calls, sadly. But I mean, I'm very jealous of it. I mean, I can hear the cockatoos there in the background, and I've spent a good amount of time in Australia, and I love the place. So I am very jealous of you.
So you probably heard of the grey nomads then. So people, when they retire, rather than just sit in their houses and get old, they go and buy a holiday home and just travel constantly. So that's a lot of these holiday parks and caravan parks that we're going to is 3/4 of the people there are just traveling old people that retired and just spend their time on the road going from place to place, which is rather nice.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, that's probably a good point to end the
conversation. That's what you're doing?
No, certainly not.
You're not old enough to retire yet.
Yeah, you're saying it's a once in a lifetime trip.
Yeah.
Lots of people in Australia, that's what they do for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Amazing. So where's the you're not going to see another big city now for another few months, are you?
Yeah, I think the next big city we get to is going to be Perth, which is going to be in about a month's time.
Wow, amazing. Well, we should have another call in a few weeks and see how you're getting on.
Sounds like a plan. Well, thanks very much to speak to us today, Arthur, and I'll speak to you again soon then. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.